some lawmakers to vote for the Femi Wase partnership?
Well, I'm very, very, very surprised to say that we've been given some money to vote. I think, with due respect, I think we have passed this stage. We are legislators, people that have been elected to serve this country, and we are doing that with all honesty, dedication, and vote buying in Nigeria is a crime, not just even in the National Assembly, anywhere. This is a campaign that has been going on, and we are the ones even talking about it too. We have not been given any amount of money. If there are people who are really worried that they are going to lose an election, they should be ready to lose an election. But I'm telling you, what is happening here is that we are going to vote our conscience, and we vote the leaders we believe that will emerge. And so nobody should be telling us that we have been given any amount of money. I am not. Nobody gave us any.
How about the issue of cards? We understand that some cards were shared to some of your members who will be voting for the Femi Wase partnership.
I am surprised. I don't know. You don't vote with the cards. There are ballot papers everywhere in the world. Ballot papers exist, and you don't even have access to those ballot papers. But if there are cards, a membership card of a political party, it's not the wrong thing. If I have a membership card of Femi Bajamila, it's not the wrong thing. But for to cast vote, there are ballot papers. You don't even have access to it. So how can you even get a card in advance to start voting? It doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that you go in the full glare of the people, your name will be called, you have an agent who will be watching over you, and they give you a ballot paper, and you cast your vote. So if somebody said you have a card, will the card qualify? Is it the ballot paper? Does the card qualifies you to go and cast your vote? It doesn't make sense. I think for me, that is a different thing altogether.
Is it now settled as to whether we would have the open or the closed ballots?
Well, anything happens. I have had some court cases yesterday. I'm not sure what is happening because I'm not the umpire. But I used to know that in the House of Representatives, we used to do secret balloting. For us, whether it is secret or open, we are confident that we will emerge here today. So we are not worried about it.
Honorable Namdas, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much indeed, Terry Ikumi. Let's bring it back here. We've got Ide Igwabo, policy analyst. Thank you for coming on this morning. Well, they always vote their conscience, at least they say. So no matter whichever way, whatever anyone says, they will vote their conscience. But concerning what's making around now about this vote buying, even for these elections, what's your impression?
Wow, too many fronts on this matter. Too many fronts. First, let me say that I am in shock that in our National Assembly, a critical arm of government that's saddled with churning out laws, just to be able to elect one of them or some of them as first among equals. Monies will be exchanging hands. It is sad.
Even though we're not sure that we see it. That's what some of them say.
There is no doubt about that anymore.
You believe it?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Why $10,000? Why not $1,000? Why not 10,000 naira? Why $10,000? Not one, not two, not three people. More people have confirmed it. In any case, my worry is essentially that in all of this, nobody has as yet told me that because this aspirant is very progressive, because this aspirant is very endowed with, the knowledge of,
They've said it at some point.
I'm saying, if Aliu Dume is an aspirant, we ought to be looking and examining him vis-a-vis the ideology, the philosophy, and the charter of his party, to say, oh, can he drive this in legislative matters? But that's not what we are hearing. All we hear is from the north here, northwest, northeast, north south, and stuff like that, which is, to me, an embarrassment. Because in other climes, you are looking at whether this guy is moderate enough to look at the other side's, the other side of the coin and be able to dispassionately take out the salient and positives in
Okay, so
their views.
if I understand you, one can still be all that, and they all come from a region. So are you then
Yeah, but the region
suggesting?
first. They are not saying the region is now first. What I have heard all in all this campaign is that the Northwest has not had this North Central has not had this. That's
You think that is unimportant?
I don't know where that is taking our politics to.
You think it's unimportant?
I for federal character, yes, but I'm saying for the legislative arm of government, who should be president of the Senate must be somebody who is capable of being an acting president and commander in
But
chief.
aren't they all? Because if Nigerians elected those members to get in there, they are deemed to be qualified. Just as you say, first among equals.
You know, if we keep dragging this matter, we are going bottomless. Because when you say elected, we all know it's quote and unquote. We all know we don't want to go into the debate of how these elections went. But I'm looking at ideology. I'm looking at principles. And because in those days you could tell that Okadibo was a very practical and strong philosopher, a Democrat. And so if he was of the NPN or whatever party else, he stood out.
So are you suggesting that the way this is going, if the way the leadership may likely emerge, or if the leadership emerges as is being touted, is that going to affect the quality of lawmaking or representation or the role of the legislature in a democracy?
I think you have said it.
No, it's a question.
No, it's not a question, it's a statement.
Oh dear.
Let's be honest.
It was meant to be a question.
I agree with the statement.
Okay, no, it's a question. Let's get your response to that.
See, Chamberlain, Oshomole started this whole campaign for the leadership elections on the wrong note.
How?
Because to come out in a military fashion to say we have decided this, we have decided that, and then all the party members are expected to toe the line, that was cock and bull.
But it's working. It's working for the party.
It is not working for the party. It doesn't show maturity. It hasn't shown that. See, if the party had called these caucuses, they sit down together and they have chosen one of them or chosen people who will fill in the spaces in all the vacancies and kept quiet.
But isn't it ending well? Because in today's dailies, he was quoted to have said, look at that, we're still talking to Ndume, says Oshomole. Is it ending well?
Yeah, but last week, what did you also hear? That he had been told to shut up and not to say anymore. Yesterday, I watched him on channels. He was sober. He was very, very subdued.
But many of the lawmakers have already said that, look, if the national chairman is not going to be a part of the election on the floor of the House, that it's going to be just them. So, and a number of other people have also said, look, when we get to the floor of the House, party affiliation is subsumed. So
it ought to be so. It ought to be so. But you see, what I'm saying is, if you know you have the numbers and you are not too sure of some of your members, then you go and do what we call lobbying.
What do you think will be the deciding criteria today? I mean, by 9:30, they should be
if the
PDP,
if the PDP sticks together and have a block vote, they will get it. Whoever they vote for is who will go to the White House.
That's a big if, because
no, it's not a big if. I'm serious.
It's not clear that they will stick together.
The PDP as a block vote puts their ballot in this box, that's the boss who will get it.
Yeah, but I say it's a big if because, number one, you need to look at the numbers on the floor of the Senate. Whether or not PDP sticks together, they don't have those numbers because if all APC members stick together, they deliver Senate presidency.
It's not possible already for the APC members to stick together.
Then in the Senate, so I beg your pardon, on the floor of the
Senate,
House, in the House now,
same thing.
We have members of PDP who are from Lagos. Are they going to vote against?
No. You see, I'm not looking at Lagos.
No, they are still members of PDP.
Yeah, what I'm
with
saying,
respect to sticking together. So that may not happen, them sticking together.
No, you are suggesting that the PDP members from Lagos State will vote Majamila because
I'm asking